Well, if any of you out there have been scammed, there might be hope, because there appear to be a bunch of law firms running Facebook ads promising that they can recover your funds.
If you are a victim of an illegal broker and lost money, we will help you get back your savings and punish the scammers.
We are a team of professionals with more than 10 years of experience.
If you have lost more than $5,000 due to online fraud, please contact us immediately.
Wow, that's not creepy at all. But I decided to message one of these lawyers to learn their process. Barbarita Fernandez says she's an assistant at Skadden, Arp, Sale, Mager & Flom LLP. She says we are a law firm specializing in online fraud cases and says we can help. So I decided to play along and say that I fell for a scam. She asks if it was online or in person, and I say online. She asks how much I lost. I say $10,000. She asks if I've kept enough evidence such as transfer records, transaction records, chat records, etc. And I'm thinking, no, I'm just making this up, but I probably can come up with something. She says let's find the scammers through legal and compliant means and get back the $10,000 you were defrauded of. Then she sends me the WhatsApp account for the main lawyer who will help me, a guy named Dave. So I send Dave a message and I say hello. He says, hello, my name is Dave Estevez Abad. I'm an attorney at Skadden, Arp, Slate, Mager & Flom LLP specializing in recovering funds lost to online investment fraud. What should I call you? I say, you can call me Mike. He asks, are you Mike Raffone, a victim of online fraud? I say, yes, that's me. Your assistant gave me your number. He says, nice to meet you. Here are my attorney qualification certificate and law firm qualification certificate, which you can verify by visiting the official website of the American Bar Association. And one of these looks pretty official. The other one, not so much. But when I Google this guy's name, the first thing that I see is a post in a crypto scam Facebook group where multiple people claim he scammed them for thousands of dollars. Oh no, what have I gotten myself into? And by the way, there is an actual legitimate lawyer out there by this name, so it seems that the scammers are just stealing his identity to defraud others. The truth is, a lot of people have their identity stolen every single day. But how would you even know that it happened to you unless you had something watching your back? That's why I'm excited that Aura is sponsoring this video. Aura is an easy-to-use app that uses AI to monitor your personal information, financial details, passwords, and even your social security number, letting you know the moment something suspicious happens so you can act fast. And if the worst happens, Aura includes up to $1 million in identity theft insurance to cover eligible losses and fees, so you're not left dealing with the fallout alone. I've been using Aura and I like that it's not just monitoring, it also comes with tools to help keep you safe online, like a password manager and spam call protection, all in one app. If you want to see if Aura is right for you and your family, you can try it for free for 2 weeks using my link, aura.com/pleasantgreen. Go check it out and protect yourself before it's too late. So Dave, the lawyer, asks me to provide all the details about how I lost my money. And I need to make up something, so I come up with a lie that I was defrauded by someone selling farm equipment, which is something that I actually run into quite a bit. I even generate a fake wire transfer receipt to convince him that I actually lost money. And then he responds with this. And I'm like, what does that mean? I take these characters over to Google Translate and it says, hold on. But when I go back, he's already deleted it as if he made a mistake. And he asks me to confirm all the information I provided. Okay, so this is interesting. This guy may have just shown his cards by accident. He's probably based somewhere in Asia where pig butchering scams run rampant, and he's just using Google Translate or ChatGPT to communicate with me. He says, thank you for your support and your cooperation in our work. We will do our best to recover your losses. Please wait patiently for the results of the investigation. And he makes me wait a full day, but he does get back to me with an update. He says, according to the information you provided and the results of the platform data investigation, the victim's money was deposited into the personal account of the fraud platform. They first wired your money to some shell companies they set up, and then used the company account to transfer the victim's money outside the United States. The explicit address was Southeast Asia, and the implicit address was the Philippines. This was an overseas fraud. Okay, how did he just track my stolen money to Asia if I just made the whole thing up? Oh right, because this is a scam. So he gives me 2 options. 1, I can wait for the police, or 2, I can hire this team to implant a Trojan attack on the gambling platform that funneled my money and then steal it back. I'd say that option 2 sounds more fun. So he goes on to say he'll set up an appointment with the technical department now. And then he sends me the Telegram information for their technical expert, another guy named David. So to recap, I started with Barbarita, the legal assistant, and then I went to Dave, the lawyer, and now I'm talking to Dave Id, the technical expert. I reach out to David and he says, I have checked your case. This is a common investment scam. The scammers transfer funds to the Macau Sands gambling platform through cryptocurrency for money laundering. Your funds may be transferred away at any time. And I guess that Macau Sands is a casino in China, and that's where my money is currently being held and laundered. He says I will use technical means to hack into the servers of some of the money laundering websites of the Macau Sands group to check the flow of your funds and recover them as soon as possible. But to do this, he needs me to visit their website and sign up for an account. Now, I've never gambled before in my life, but I'm going to be James Bond in Casino Royale, sneaking into the casinos to uncover this disastrous plot. And David sends me a video showing me how to register for an account on their website. He then tells me to message customer service to request an Ethereum address. So I message yet another person and I say I need an Ethereum address. And for those of you who don't know, Ethereum or Ether is a type of cryptocurrency. And why I need it? I have no idea. But he gives me the address and then I go and I give it to David. David says his law firm is going to send $100 to my Macau Sands account that I'll eventually need to give back with the lawyer fees. And I have no idea why he's sending $100 to my gambling account. Maybe it's so that I'm not empty-handed when I show up to the craps table with these kingpins. But sure enough, my new wallet is showing that the funds have arrived. But now I need to link the Ethereum address that I've been given to the gambling account. So if you're totally confused, welcome to my world. I say, what do I do now? He says, join the fund recovery team first, and then notify me after the funds arrive. So now I'm getting passed along to even more people? This is worse than a call with Comcast. But David adds me to the Telegram group called Funds Recovery with him and 3 other dudes named Jonathan, Nathan, and Mark. Apparently these guys are all in the same boat as me. They've all lost money in crypto scams and are working with David to get it back. Jonathan lost $7,360. Nathan lost $6,100. And Mark lost $17,000. But do these guys realize what they're mixed up in? These lawyers and hackers are criminals based in China, and they're preying on people desperate for help recovering their money. But David chimes in and he says to the group, please send me your Sands login account and password in a private message, and I will assign a technician to log into your account and restore your funds. In order not to waste everyone's time, please actively cooperate with our work. So David wants us to give him the login to our gambling account so he can go in and hack the system. And these guys don't hesitate. They share their logins freely, and I guess I might as well too. David says during the fund recovery period, our technicians will log into your Sands Macau account. Please do not log in without authorization. If any problems arise, you will be responsible for them. We hope you will actively cooperate and please check the group notifications and messages in time. So with David and his team off doing the hacker thing, me and the boys are just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. And I think that this might be a good chance to warn them before they lose even more. So I sent a private message to Mark and I say, so how did you lose your money? He says, I met a girl online and we chatted for a long time. I gradually trusted her and then she asked me to invest with her to make money to fulfill our dreams. I really regret it now. And I'm like, really? How did you hear about these guys? He said, I came here via Facebook. And you? I said, yeah, I saw the Facebook ad. So what now? We just wait? He said, I don't know what to do now either. I can only follow David's instructions for now. And I start to get a little suspicious about this Mark. So I say, this is the website that scammed me. Only this is a redirect link that's meant to grab his IP address when he visits. And as soon as he clicks, I can see that he's very good at hiding his location, but not so good at hiding his time zone. What? So Mark's in on this too? What about Jonathan and Nathan? Back in the group, the boys are all making small talk. Jonathan says I was scammed by a Russian woman who asked me to invest in cryptocurrencies with her uncle. Nathan says I was cheated by a Korean woman. This is the liar. Mark says I hate that f***ing liar. I think I'm the only one in this group who isn't a scammer, and I'm trying to imagine what's happening behind the scenes. They must have a whole call center with agents playing legal assistants, lawyers, hackers, and victims, all meant to make me think that I'm in good hands. They're putting so much effort into this, and I guess we'll see if it pays off. Well, the next day, David notifies Nathan that his funds have been recovered, and he's told to log into his Sands account, and he confirms that it's there. But when he tries to withdraw it, it fails. Now this makes my boy Mark very nervous, and Nathan says he'll contact customer service about the failed withdrawal. Mark says, okay, after asking, please tell me the reason for failure. I need to calm down my nervousness. calm down your nervousness? Mark, what translation tool are you using? Eventually, Nathan comes back to us and he says that he was told to deposit 30% of the total amount into a wallet and then complete the fund verification to avoid suspicion of money laundering. And David assures him that this is a protection mechanism and that he needs to trust the Sands team. Jonathan also assures him and says that this is how it worked for his friend who was also defrauded. Nathan says, "Okay, thanks Jonathan, I'll do it now. Hope you didn't lie to me." Mark says, "Great, I'm so happy to hear that. My nervous heart has calmed down now. I'm not worried at all now, thank you." But my nervous heart has not calmed down one bit. Can you imagine the team sitting together trying to make this sound real? The whole thing is meant to get you to think that they've recovered your money, but you need to first deposit 30% of what you lost in order to verify your account. And apparently it's worked for Nathan because he's happy as can be. And as luck would have it, I'm next. And you guessed it, it's the same deal. The system needs to verify my account by having me deposit 30% of what I lost. So that means I need to come up with $2,895. And the way that they want me to do this is by getting a crypto.com app called OnChain. There I need to buy $2,895 worth of Ethereum, which I'm not gonna do. But I play with Photoshop to make it look like I did because I want to see what the next step is. And that next step is to connect my wallet to a unique web server. And the address he provides me with is web3.cryptsio.com, which sounds a little suspicious, don't you think? And if I were to click confirm, it would allow this server to access my tokens and basically drain everything in my wallet. And this is the kill shot. This is what days of silly manufactured conversations have been building towards, getting me comfortable enough to hand over access to my brand new digital wallet to a shady server costing me thousands of dollars in the blink of an eye. But I'm just gonna keep playing with him. So I modify my screen to look like I'm getting warned about a possible hack. I say, "I'm afraid to confirm." He says, "Why? It's a normal prompt. You don't have to worry." But then I make another screenshot to make it seem like the app has been closed for my safety. And I'm just trying to mess with these guys. And I'm sure they're all huddled together wondering what the heck has gone wrong. But the dude tells me to click OK and restart my phone. So I decide to confuse him even more and make it seem like my Telegram account has been hacked. And I do this by creating an AI video to hopefully leave him very confused.
Båtsvår här haushiemen, jujang hausienji gweiwau kong her nemen duchbi en Joe dose huear, yosi jesu.
And they start to play stupid, but after a few minutes of this, they must be convinced that my Telegram has been hacked because Barbarita, you remember her? She reaches out to me on Facebook. She says, "Hello, our technicians told me that the Telegram and WhatsApp you are using now have been hacked by scammers. You now need to re-register a Telegram and add our technicians." Wow, these people are really desperate. So I decide to break the news to her that my Facebook has also been hacked. And I write to her in Chinese and I say, "Why are you trying to take this person's money?" And she gets mad and she says, "You are the reincarnation of a beast. We are helping him get the money back that was taken from him. That was taken from him by a beast like you. You are from doggrass. You should be electrocuted." Who's she calling a thief? I said, "Well, you stole this person's photo." And then she knows she's been caught. And she says, "I stole your wife from your house." Ouch. So I say, "Well, that's the only thing that you'll steal today because you sure aren't getting any money." And then I just laugh in her face and I block her. Man, it would have been so great to see the confused look on their faces. But I will call 3 wasted days of theirs a success. And if you've lost money in a crypto scam, please do not reach out to lawyers running Facebook ads with AI. It'll probably cost you more than you lost, but you might have some fun wasting their time. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.